Hi guys, so we're just gonna jump right into how I do the lash bath and applying the foam tape at the beginning of the appointment. So if you are a client of mine, you know that we do a lash bath every single time. As you can see here, her lashes, although they look really full and fluffy, you can kind of tell there's some makeup on them. So what I do is I take the foam cleanser that I sell and I take a fluffy brush. That's what I prefer to use. I do sell them at my salon for clients to purchase if they'd like, but I just take a pump on the brush itself and then I apply it straight into the lashes. I like to really like work the cleanser down into the lashes all the way to the tip of the lashes, although I'm working mostly with the base of the lash line because that's where I'm going to be applying the adhesive. I also like to get it on the very tips to make sure the lashes are super fanned out and fluffy. So right here, what I'm doing now that I've gotten the cleanser worked in there, I'm actually taking just water. I like to pick up the water with my brush to try to get in between and rinse all of that cleanser out. The foamy cleanser can be very foamy, and it kind of lingers around if you don't rinse it a few times. So it's kind of like how your shampoo bottle says lather, rinse, repeat. It's just to make sure you get like all of the soapy residue out really well. And then once I have all of the foamy suds out, then I will dry the lashes. That's the step that I do after I cleanse them. So sometimes if I feel like there's still makeup, which I did feel like with her, I felt like there was still like makeup residue, I'll go back in again for like a second pass over with the cleanser. And I know you might think that it sounds kind of excess because I already rinsed them with the water on the brush, but I do that just to see like how clean I got them, and then I'll go back in with the cleanser all over again, just like I never did it before the first time, and cleanse them that way. And again, here I am going in just using water on my brush to get all the excess, and you can see the difference now. Like the lashes look a lot more black and there's no makeup. I also make sure I cleanse with the soap and the water. I cleanse all around on the top of the water line. I cleanse the actual eyelid itself. I even cleanse the under eyelid because that's where the iPad or the foam tape or whatever type of tape that you use to adhere the lower lashes down, so that way they don't, touch the top lashes. And if it's not really clean, I call it squeaky clean in my course. If you've taken my course, you know that I say that. So that squeaky clean sound, if you don't get that squeakiness, whatever you use on the bottom the bottom eyelid to secure the lashes down is not going to stay, and throughout the appointment you will be having to constantly readjust the iPad or the tape or whatever you use. So I like to make sure it's super clean and makeup free, oil free, sweat free on the bottom lash line as well, and the bottom eyelid. So here you can't tell because I have the sound off, but I have my bladeless fan going, and I had already been drying the lashes for a few seconds beforehand to try and get rid of like the excess water. After I'm done rinsing them, I do take the paper towel and I dab them really gently, trying to get whatever excess I can, and then I use the fan next to dry them further. And then the last step I do is brush them out. And I do brush them pretty, I guess you could say aggressively, roughly, whatever you want to call it. Firmly is what I like to say, just because I want to make sure that I'm catching any that may have like crisscrossed over each other when I brush them. When I scrub them with the soap, I do, I kind of go back and forth, left and right, up and down, so they can get a little tangled sometimes. So at this point is where I would be brushing them out to make sure that they're no longer tangled, and it's going to make the isolation process a whole lot easier. Another reason why I brush through them so thoroughly is to get any loose ones that are on their way out. If they're about to fall off, I'd rather them fall off on their own right now. So that way it just saves me time when I go in and I remove all of the grown out ones. It helps just speed up the process, brushing them out. Plus, honestly, I know this is kind of weird, but a lot of my clients really enjoy when I brush the lashes. They always tell me how much they like it. So yeah, as you can see here, if you rewind back to the beginning of the video, you'll notice the difference between how clean her lashes look now. You can actually see the vibrancy of the black pigment in the lashes, as well as the little bit of colored lashes that you can see from her previous appointment. We played with color because she was going to a party. So right here, you don't see me doing it, but I'm actually cutting foam tape in strips, and I kind of give it a little bit of a curve so that I can place it on the lower lash line. So I really like using this foam tape because it's very flexible, very gentle. If you guys want to see a video specifically how I use the tape and how I manipulate it, leave a comment below. This was mostly just for the lash bath part, but now you guys get an idea of how I do it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.